If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Spending a few minutes with us this morning is Tom Roberts, CEO of the Greater Coosa Valley Chamber of Commerce. And Tom, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
Well, it's an honor to have you every Wednesday morning here on Daybreak to update us on what's going on in Childersburg, Alabama.
Well, it gets started today. Busy week ahead. We have Tuscaloosa Mayor Walt Maddox, a Democrat nominee for governor of Alabama. He'll be at Margie Sanford Hall this morning at 10 o'clock.
Now, exactly for people who don't know, where is that?
That's on the campus of CACC. As you come into Childersburg, the very right entrance, you go in there to CACC and go all the way to the back. Plenty of parking behind the building. It's the last building on the left. And this is important because I'm sure he's got plenty of issues that he wants to discuss as the election is around the corner. But for folks around these parts, it's the Childersburg Work Release Center. It's been a political toy for a while now, and that's going to continue. He's going to listen and give his ideas for the future of that facility. And it's vitally important to a lot of entities, especially our municipalities in the area, because they use the inmate labor, and it allows them to economically perform a lot of the civic duties that they provide for the citizens of the area. So that'll be a big one.
You know, it was announced several months ago that that work release center would be closing.
That's the game plan right now, and inmates would be moved to the St. Clair County facility. It's a maximum security
I wouldn't
facility,
want to go there.
And I mean, it's there's a lot of controversy over this one, and this is one of those issues that if we don't talk about it now, we might not get a chance. So this is an opportunity for folks around the area who have strong feelings on the Work Release Center to make this one of the campaign issues for the governor's race. Also, busy Monday. We've, of course, got our continuing Childersburg Market Day, Farmers Market, and Pete Baker from 4 Mile Farm. I'm not sure if he'll be back this week or the next one, but he's got a lot of good stuff that's almost ready for the fall crops. But also here in Sylacauga at the B.B. Comer Memorial Library, the Coosa Valley Medical Center has their latest Community Links program, and the CEO over there, Glenn Sisk, is going to be the featured speaker this time. Lunch is at 11, the program at 12, and he's going to be talking about the state of health care in the greater Coosa Valley area, and that's going to be a big one.
You talk about the importance of an organization or a business or a health system that's really vital to the heartbeat of a city. Coosa Valley Medical Center is that.
Oh, absolutely. It's just something that, you know, a lot of times we'll take for granted, but the reality is that areas our size generally do not have such a facility available, and it's an award-winning top 10 in Alabama hospital, and we need to keep it vitally strong, and I'm sure that Glenn's going to be bringing us up to date on the haves and have-nots of the local medical care system, and I feel we're in very good hands with he and his staff. We've also got a couple of festivals coming up in October, the 13th and the 20th. That'll be Oak Grove Fall Family Festival on the 13th, the 20th, the Pumpkin Festival in Childersburg at the Rec Center. Check in with those two entities if you'd like to be one of the vendors or attractions for those events. And downtown Childersburg is blessed to have Janice Groves and her staff at Renaissance Bank, and one of the things they do every October is raise awareness and important funds for breast cancer research, the Breast Cancer Research Foundation specifically, and they have all sorts of things that go under the banner of Pinkoween, and that gets started on Wednesday the 3rd from 9 until 4 p.m. as they're going to have a big bake sale. Everything's $1, so you know, come on over, grab you some good things to eat, diet up before you get there or after. It doesn't really matter, but support a very vital cause, and they've got so many fun activities that are coming our way. So.
Renaissance Bank has been a key player in the growth of Childersburg, Alabama.
Well, they are a downtown bank, and they have committed long-term. They signed a long-term lease on the building. They have renovated the building, and they're the cornerstone for the new downtown community. And there's so many positive things going on downtown, and Renaissance right there in the middle of it. They're a vital cog for that.
Well, it's a busy time of the year for Childersburg, Alabama, and those are just some of the highlights, but you got more.
Oh, absolutely. One of the more important things to me is the Highway 280 project, and that means that traffic is going to be tied up a little bit more. It's going to be getting worse before it gets better, and I implore especially those who watch this and live in our area to be very extremely careful. Give yourself an extra 10, 15, 20 minutes if you need to get through and navigate your way, find alternate routes, do anything you can to make this a safer process while they go through. It's going to be wonderful when they get done, because not only are they going to widen the bridge, replace it, raise it, they're also going to be doing a lot of construction between the Coosa River and 231 in Sylacauga in making changes to the crossovers. Many of the crossovers are going to be going away, and before you get upset about that, the ones that remain will all have acceleration and deceleration lanes. It's going to make it so much safer, because you won't have to be going 55, 60, 65 and just dive over into one of those small crossovers. You'll have the opportunity to slow down and speed up as appropriate for getting onto and off and making left turns and such as that. So it's going to get better. We still have about another year to go under that project, but it's going to be so wonderful when it's gone. But in the meantime, please slow down, and not just in the construction zone itself. Some of the more dangerous spots are those areas that feed the construction zone, because people are just in a hurry, and the local folks need to be especially aware of their surroundings and be aware of those people that don't really know what's going on and may not slow down coming through. So
you got a lot of people in Childersburg in that public housing segment there that's right off of 280, and a number of elderly people drive the roads right there, and so we need to be careful because there's a lot of traffic right in there.
Absolutely, and it's going to get tough and tougher still when that intersection at the top of the hill that has the traffic light that separates the two sides of 280, the Fayetteville-Childersburg Highway and First Street and Highway 76. That's going to go away for a temporary time frame. And that means we will not have the traffic light to slow down traffic on Highway 280, and that's going to make it all the more dangerous there.
Will that light come back, however?
Oh, absolutely it will. It's just that there's no way to re-navigate all of that. What they're planning to do is when they complete the bridge and all the road work around it for the new part, they're going to move all the 4 lanes of traffic over onto that one temporarily. And it'll be separated by mere inches. Probably put some of those concrete barriers right down the middle. I hope they do, to make it a little bit more safe. But then they'll work on the other 4 lanes. But at some point in time, we'll have all those wonderful turn lanes, the traffic signals, and everything that we need to navigate that section more safely. But in the meantime, I hesitate to keep saying it, but it's going to get worse, probably a lot worse, before it gets better. So it's a dangerous situation. A couple of times a week, there's going to be a rear-ender when somebody's not paying attention, and rear-end somebody who's trying to turn into or out of something off of Highway 280. And there already been literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tickets given out, and you'd think people would get the clue, because those tickets right now, they're awfully expensive. They're expensive anyway, especially when you start tossing in all the insurance costs that it costs you when you get one of those tickets. But the fines are doubled right now. And
you get in those construction zones.
They're serious about it, and both the local police and the state troopers are out doing anything and everything they can to help make that a safer journey. But the biggest thing anybody can do is just pay attention and take some extra time to get there.
The fall season usually brings rain. Where are we on the schedule? Are we okay on the schedule as far as the construction is going?
They're a little behind, but not as badly as they could be. More often than not of late, we've gotten the threat of rain more than we've gotten actual rain. That too can slow them down a little bit, but we really need the rain. The farmers market and the farmers and everything like that, those things mean an awful lot to our local economy, and we could use some rain right now.
All right. Tom Roberts, CEO of the Greater Coosa Valley Chamber of Commerce. And if you'd like to know more about the Chamber, how you can partner with them, Tom's got a webpage and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. The Greater Coosa Valley Chamber.com. Also, we're on Facebook at the Greater Coosa Valley Chamber Facebook page, and we cooperate with an awful lot of community pages to help get the word out on things. And one thing I'm a little bit slow this week, I'd forgotten all about Mayor Maddox coming to town. That this is a biggie. This is one of the few chances we have to step up and make this an issue for both candidates. And let's do something positive for our area, because a lot of the services that a lot of the municipalities, even Talladega College and others, they depend greatly on this system from the Julesburg Work Release Center. And every now and again you have somebody wander off, but they've caught every one of them post haste, and they're not dangerous offenders. They're people that are looking for a second chance and getting it through the work release program. And it makes it affordable for the cities to provide a lot of the services that otherwise we'll have to do without.
Yeah. Finally, this morning, the final quarter of the year is upon us, and that means the holidays, and it won't be long till Christmas there.
Oh, goodness gracious. We have our Christmas parade. It's going to be held on December the 13th. That's always the second Thursday of December. We've got a lot of fun things going on as far as not just cleaning up, but decorating up. Next week, I'll have a special guest. First Lady Tricia Wesson says she'll be with me, and we'll talk about a lot of those plans, and we're going to turn it from Childersburg into Christmasburg for a few months there.
Right.
And it was a big deal last year, and we got a lot of visitors, people coming to see all the pretty decorations and lights, and the big tree lighting ceremony, and it's going to be even bigger and better this year.
All right, Tom Roberts, the Greater Coosa Valley Chamber of Commerce, our guest this morning. Tom, always a pleasure. See you next week.
Thank you.
Tom Roberts, our guest this morning. More Daybreak after this.